Sewa Southern School, Siddharthi. Shri Mataji's parents decided to shift her to a school known as Sewa Sadan. The principal of the school, Mr. Gowan, was a good friend of her father and readily agreed to take Shri Mataji into the 10th standard, which was the equivalent of a matriculation in their school. So in this way, Shri Mataji did not lose any year in her education. In the year 1940, Shri Mataji qualified in her matriculation examination. Shri Mataji got a distinction in Marathi, English, and in mathematics. The Bidhe Girls High School in Nagpur. One of the important reasons why Shri Mataji's father had decided to move from Chhindwara to Nagpur was because he wanted his children to have a good education, which he felt was not available in Chhindwara. Early schooling was available at various schools, including St. Ursula. Shri Mataji joined the Bidhe Girls High School, Nagpur, in the Siddharthi area for the academic year 1938 to 1939. Shri Mataji was studying in the Bidhe Girls High School in the 10th standard, which is pre-matriculation. Shri Mataji attended St. Ursula's High School, Nagpur. One day, Shri Mataji decided to picket in front of St. Ursula's High School. This is the same school where her mother had been headmistress in the year 1919. Shri Mataji was holding an Indian flag in her hand and standing in front of the school gates, and in protest, she pleaded with the students to go home. She was awaiting a bus that was to bring students from far away places. As she saw the bus approaching, Shri Mataji lay herself down on the ground right in front of the school gates so that the bus could not enter the school compound. Shri Mataji was standing and holding a flag and shouting slogans asking the British to leave India. After that, Shri Mataji was arrested and taken in a van to a police station where they tortured her physically by putting her on ice slabs, and they also gave her electric shocks.
From Sevagram.
Sevagram is a town in the state of Maharashtra, India. It is also the place Mahatma Gandhi founded his ashram, and it was his residence from 1936 until his death in 1948. Sometimes Shri Mataji would accompany her parents to Mahatma Gandhi's ashram at Sevagram. There she instantly became the favourite of Gandhiji, who off and on would talk to her about the aims and objects of his movement, and based on the concept of truth and violence, they also discussed deeply spiritual matters together. Lodrus Lord Mata Mandir. Shri Mataji used to walk every morning to go to a secluded temple known as the Temple of Mother Lodrus. Baba Mama was her constant companion. She used to sit in a corner and meditate. She used to contemplate how to help the people of the world to get rid of their problems by raising the Kundalini collectively. The old statue of Mother Lodrus, which is now replaced by a new statue, bore such a resemblance to Shri Mataji. The temple was built by the missionaries who were teaching in the local school, but this goddess does not represent any particular community or religion. In fact, she is worshipped mostly by the poor, non-Christian community, not only to fulfill their needs and desires, but also because of the peace and love flowing from her even today. Thousands go there to worship her and to seek the peace.
Shri Mataji, Shri Mataji, Shri Mataji, Shri Mataji,
The old High Court building, Nagpur. In the beginning of 1942, Gandhiji, having seen the futility of negotiations with the British, decided to launch the Quit India movement. He asked all the congressmen to instantly undertake non-cooperation and disobedience to British law. Shri Mataji's father, late P.K. Salve, was a public prosecutor at that time in Nagpur, and the first thing he did was to resign himself from that post. There was a Union Jack flying on top of the High Court building, and as a true follower of Gandhiji, he climbed to the roof of the High Court and tore down the Union Jack. During this incident, Shri Mataji, her brothers and sisters were told to sing Vande Mataram by their father. He was shot by the British on his left temple, and he was bleeding profusely. Yet he hoisted the magnificent tricolour flag and waited till it was flying freely. Then he sang Vande Mataram loudly and saluted the flag. Nagpur Institute of Science and College. Shri Mataji studied in the College of Science, now known as the Institute of Science, in the year 1939 to 1940, where she was interested in medicine and the science of health.
Joyous to see all of you here. The words get lost. They have no meaning. So many of you aspiring to ascend to that state where you would have complete joy, bliss and peace. In this country, we had a struggle of freedom. I was part and parcel of that. My parents were part and parcel of that. They were rich people, quite rich, I should say, from every standard. You'll be amazed, my father burnt all his suits. They were stitched in England. My mother burnt all her saris. They used to spin their own clothes and wear them. I had only one coat throughout my education. When I was in Lahore, which is terribly cold, sometimes can be like London. But we never grudged and never grumbled and never said that our father should have looked after us and done something. Why did he just sacrifice everything for the country? Never, never, never. That quality was created, I should say, by Mahatma Gandhi. He made everybody so transformed into a new personality. All the money that we had, everything that we had, all conveniences, all housing, everything was given up. Not only by my father, but so many of them. Otherwise, we could not have got our freedom. To get our freedom, this country has sacrificed so much. I must say Gandhiji had a special charm. I don't know how he managed. He was like touch of Midas, touched anybody, he became transformed. And he was an extremely strict man, very kind to me, to children, but he was an extremely strict man. He would not tolerate any nonsense at all. Throughout, if you study the way all these people were brought up, not only for freedom or independence, but even before that, for spiritual life, anywhere, there's one thing very common, is sacrifice. And the consciousness that you are doing something right. Consciousness that you are part and parcel of the whole. I've seen it with my own eyes. Such people in this country, whom you may call legendary, but I've seen it. Thousands of people were killed and butchered. Children died. Nobody shed tears. Nobody shed tears. Now, after that, we are here to get our freedom. To get the freedom for our spirit. To make our spirit free from our greed, lust, from your anger, from our conditionings, from our terrible ego.
হেমুর চিত্ত পূর্ণ তীর্থে জাগরে ধীরে এই ভারতের মহামানবের সাগর তীরে এসো এসো আজ তুমি ইংরাজ এসো এসো খ্রিস্টান এসো ব্রাহ্মণ সূচি করি মন ধরো হাত সমাঘাত এই ভারতে মহামানবে সাগর তীরে